Very excited to have you guys here and tell you a little bit about our new baler. My name is Brett DeVries and I'm the marketing manager for Hay and Forge products here in North America. So I'm responsible for everything from balers, mower conditioners, self-propelled windrowers to rakes. As most of you probably know, or maybe if you don't, we have a full line of the hay products. But this baler here, it's a new 4 Series LB series. This is a new generation. It replaces the 3 Series. If you look at the model number, the first 2 numbers here is the bale size. So this is a 3x3 baler, large square. And then the 4 is the series or generation. So this is the 4 Series. So that's just a little bit of how our model scheme works. Like the retractors and so on, we try to make the model make sense to what it actually is. But the big thing here is on the new baler is we're trying to help producers maximize that baling window. We're doing that through efficient, high-speed baling. This baler's got 20% more capacity than our previous generation baler. Another thing is reliability. Every farmer, they don't want to have any downtime. They want to be running, and it's extremely critical in hay. Just as much or even more important than a regular corn soybean, just because sometimes that baling window may only be 3-4 hours, up to 6-8, but sometimes very narrow on when you get that optimum moisture of the hay. If it's going to be 17-18%, it's going to be too wet, it may not keep, but if you get down below 12%, leaves are going to fall off and you're not going to be harvesting very high quality hay. So when you talk about maximizing that baling window, we want to make sure this machine's getting as much done and also is always running during that window. Another thing that's important on this baler is just a simple, easy to use design, and I'll show you a few things on what we did on this baler to accomplish that. So. Starting at the front of the baler, like we talked about, 20% more capacity with this baler. How did we do that? The main thing is through the gearbox. There's a plunger in there making that bale, compressing it, putting it together. We went from 42 to 48 strokes per minute. So we're putting more throughput, more material through that baler in the same amount of time. So, it could be as much as 8 bales an hour or more, depending on your crop or condition. So you take that times a 5-hour window, an extra 40, it could be more than that bales a day. That could be, it's quite a bit of increased capacity. But, we can make that plunger go faster, but the key is we got to be able to pick that up faster. And the way we accomplish, picking that material up and getting in there quicker is with our totally new pickup design. It's got a roller wind guard standard as an integral part of the baler. Another thing is a feed assist roller as well, forcing that material from the sides into the pre-chamber. So instead of relying on gravity to get that in there, we're really picking that material up, but really putting a direct channel where it needs to go to improve the capacity, improve the efficiency of the feeding. We talked about simple and easy to use. Any baler, it's a lot of moving parts, so you got to service it, make sure everything's working. So you want to be able to get into it easily. With this new design, in a matter of seconds, I can get to all the major components. On our previous generation, you had to open a shield here, one on the front, one on the other side. Everything, you can do that. It all tilts up, get to where you need to get to. Another thing here on the front side of the baler, we talked about new gearbox, but the flywheel is another integral, the heart and soul of these big square balers. We changed the flywheel on this with the increased capacity. We made the diameter greater, so we get more inertia, more power. And why that's important is, you know, if you get into those windrows or you get into a low spot that's a little wetter, it takes a little bit more to power that baler through that tougher crop. We're also even uneven windrows. So the more inertia, more power you have in that flywheel, the smoother the baler's going to run. In this 3x3, the smaller one, we have 21% more inertia or more energy with this flywheel than previous designs. And then also in the 3x4, it goes up to a whopping 48% more inertia with this new flywheel. So you know, that's another key item that's really helped us get our capacity out of this baler. We talked a little bit about, you know, reliability, uptime. Where's the highest wear area of a baler? The highest wear is going to be here in the pickup. You know, it's running on the ground, running in the dirt sometimes. You know, it's bouncing up and down. So we totally redesigned the frame, so it's a lot heavier duty. Even the pickup reel, the teeth, the guards, you know, a lot heavier duty. You know, guys are going into more biomass crops, you know, going out, or they're still doing the traditional hay crops, but even some of the wheat straw, milo, different things. This pickup is designed to be able to handle that easily, you know, and take more bales per day, you know, more bales in a season. So, another big thing that, you know, customers consider when buying a new baler is a knotting system or the tying system. You know, that's one area that sometimes, you know, guys, you know, are very concerned about. What we did is on our 3 Series, we had a great double knot system. It worked well. We got heavy duty knotters. Also, they're driven by a drive shaft, as you see here, instead of a chain drive. So it's a direct drive system. You don't have to worry about you know, oiling the chain, whether it's going to stretch, tightening it, you know, all those things. It's just a direct drive shaft. So again, it just as far as reliability, durability, it's another thing that's important to guys. We talked about simple and easy to use. We have a monitoring system that is integrated into the tractor. It's ISO compliant. So if you have a Puma, a Magnum with a Pro 700, basically it's just a plug-in. You know, you don't have to worry about hooking up the power and all those different things. Another nice thing that makes it easy to use is, you know, everybody wants to make a nice square bale. They stack better, they're easier to transport. One thing that new on this baler is we actually have sensors to tell you where to drive to make sure you get that right flake. If you get the right flake, you're going to have a nice bale. So that's a new feature that we have on this baler that we haven't had before. Basically, there's 2 sensors, one here and one on the other side. So that's another industry-leading thing that we have to make it simple and easy to operate. Another thing is, you know, you go through, you finish a job, say you're a custom guy or say you're done for the season, and, you know, you got a couple bales left in the chamber. How do you get them out? Well, with our machine, basically, the density cylinders, you turn the valve, and then there's another valve here on the back. Basically, you just pull the lever down, the bale comes out, but it doesn't stop there. There's always that bale clear in there. Maybe it's only a half, maybe it's 3/4 of a bale. But how do you get that one out? We have hay dogs in there, and we can pull that out hydraulically as well, so you don't need to crawl in there to get that bale out. So again, you know, capacity, you know, with that high-speed gearbox we have, the pickup, you know, it's match capacity throughout, 20% more than previous. Reliability, you know, we put over 200,000 bales through this design before we brought it to market. So it's a proven, reliable design. We took the great things we had on our previous baler and then increased the capacity and, you know, made some improvements to make sure that, you know, it meets all the demands that customers are asking for. And also you want something simple and easy to use. So with our monitoring system, our driving sensors, you know, we have everything right there. And to top it off, I mean, look at this great new sleek styling. You know, it matches the tractor well. You know, the slim line you can see behind you driving down the road. So, you know, a lot of cool things, you know, in this baler, and so very excited about it.